Hey guys, just real quick, if you guys are enjoying these videos that I'm putting out, please just take a moment to subscribe and thumbs up the videos that you enjoy. It really helps me out. The other thing is, many of you have been reaching out about coaching, and at this point, I have a lot of people that are very interested, and the one common theme, and several people that I'm presently coaching, the common theme that you'll hear when we have a conversation, and that conversation usually takes about 20 minutes before any decision is made on my part or yours about coaching, is that it is a conversation based on what to expect, what I will do, what I can't do, what you would need to do on your end. And it's a step-by-step process. Yes, it's based on your goals. Yes, it's based on your blood work, your 23andMe results, and as much information as I can gather. But it's mostly about me explaining to you what I can and cannot do based on the approach I'm going to take with whoever that person is. Now, I want to give some specific examples of conversations I've had and how this would go, and some sort of free information that I give people saying, hey, look, I'm going to give you this information. Try this for a week. If you get better, then I know I can help you along the way. And that's sort of the approach I've been taking. First, let me just tell you about somebody that I have presently been coaching, because this is a very interesting thing that we haven't talked about yet. Came in, main concern was blood pressure. I may have talked about him in the past, but after just 1 week, we met, and after 1 week, his body weight went from 206 to 200.5. So about 5.5 pounds of weight loss. Blood pressure went down. You have systolic and diastolic. Top number went down 6 or 7 points. The bottom number went down almost 20 points, and consistently. Now, if you guys take blood pressure, you know it's famous for going up, down, in, out. But this person, when he took readings, it's actually fairly consistent all the time. And when he came in, I had him bring his blood pressure cuff with him, and we took it multiple times, and sure enough, his blood pressure stayed down. Now, one of the things that we did as I'm watching him take his blood pressure, and as we're having conversations about blood pressure, we talked about things that affect blood pressure just when you're taking it. But more interesting is when I was watching him take his blood pressure, I saw how he was breathing. And if there's one thing we've talked about more than anything, is breathing. And this person is breathing way up here all the time. And I said, hey man, you know what? We have to fix this. So I stopped what we were doing, and I just focused on fixing his breathing diaphragmically. Now, because he was with me, I did other things to help him. So some of the things I did was I stretched all of his hip flexor muscles, psoas, all that. Why? Because psoas goes way deep up and attaches down into the bottom of the diaphragm. If psoas is tight, which it is on most people, you're not going to be able to take deep breaths. It's not going to feel comfortable. Same thing, I worked on C4, C5, C6. Those are the nerves that tie down into the diaphragm that fire them off. If those things are tight, if you're like this all day, you're going to have a problem breathing deeply. So I worked on all that. So about 10-15 minutes of just stretching his hips, working on his neck, went back, had him breathe again. Oh my goodness, he could breathe totally different. And now I explained to him this has to become a habit. You have to work on this every morning. And when you train, one of the main principles of training your body is to learn to breathe into your belly. If you're not doing it, everybody, I don't know how else. I mean, if I stood on my head while I trained you, maybe that, and had a sign on my feet saying "breathe into your belly," while raising flags and firing off fireworks in the background, maybe that'll work. But breathing is everything. It's everything. So after doing that, guess what? His blood pressure improved even more. So the idea, guys, is, look at the elephants in the room. When it comes to blood pressure, some of the obvious things have to do with, your breathing, your water intake, your minerals. There's lots of stuff, losing weight, cleaning up your diet. All those things matter. So then this week with him, we took particular approaches, but we really even started talking more about his digestion and some of the issues that he was experiencing digestively. So coaching, it's about you, your problems, your issues, addressing them. And at the end of the day, I'm in this, right, to prove to you why you're being coached. Like I'm here to prove myself right, never wrong. And if I ever am wrong, I'm going to be the first one, as you guys know, to say, hey, look, we need to find better answers. And there's nobody that's going to be more aggressive about finding answers on your behalf than me. I promise you that. That I can put my bottom dollar on. So right there, I ask you, who do you want to be on your side more than me? Okay, and I don't talk game, as you guys know. I am about doing stuff. I'm a doer. Okay, I walk the talk. So those of you that really think about, hey, you know what, this is something I want to do, I want to be coached and this and that, please understand that I'm going to give you my full attention. I'm going to answer every question. I'm going to ask that you do basic things every day, little things every day to improve your quality of life. And I won't move on with you until you've proven to me that those first few things that you've done over the first week have become a habit. And if they haven't, we don't move on. Why? Because it's meaningless. Everything I'm asking people to do has a method behind it. And if something that's supposed to take 8 weeks winds up taking you, 8 weeks to get through week 1, then so be it. But even if you went through week 1, even if it took you 8 weeks to get through what I want you to accomplish in week 1, you'll still be a healthier person at the end. Now, the other issue, the other conversation I had to do with, actually I had a few conversations this week, this exact topic, difficulty losing weight. Now, one of the first things I ask is, did you get blood work done? What were your liver enzymes like? 2 of these people had elevated liver enzymes. Now, I don't want to alarm anybody, and this, I didn't make this the focus of the conversation, but I will tell you that elevated liver enzymes is a bad thing, because by the time liver enzymes raise, you're already like on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 6, okay, moving to 10 being horrible. The good news is the liver can heal. Okay, the bad news is that if you do nothing about it, it will eventually get so bad that it can't recover, and that would be a horrible state. Now remember that I did a video a few weeks back just talking about why people aren't losing weight, and it had to do with liver, and I explained all of the reasons why this matters. So people that have difficulty losing weight, I'm going to do things, very particular things that are going to address digestion, gallbladder, liver, and other things, and adjust your macros a particular way. And that's part of the conversation I had with these individuals. But by no means, that's a small sliver of a story to get them started on the right track. And I'm already at 8 minutes, so I'll save the last thing for another time. So that gives you a little bit of idea. Again, if you guys like the content, please thumbs up, please subscribe. And if you're interested in being coached, reach out to me, and I'll tell you what I can and can't do for you. And if you're interested, hopefully we can get something rolling. Like I said, I'm very interested in proving myself right. I hate to be wrong, but it has to be a two-way street. All right, everybody, have a great day.